Why teach? Or why do I teach? Well, it's a long journey. So when I was younger, probably between elementary school and ninth grade, I wanted to be a firefighter. My cousin is a firefighter and he's seriously awesome. He was and is still an inspiration to me. But later in 10th and 11th grade, I decided I wanted to be a nurse. My dad, I think trying to be helpful, called up some of our family friends who were nurses and asked them to come over and talk to me about it. Well, I sat there waiting on the couch, kind of excited, a little bit nervous, and they came in and just had nothing good to say. They were like, too much money, it's too hard, you don't really think you can do this, can you? And, well, I'm easily frightened. Yeah, so that went away. But later in 12th grade, I wanted to be a physical therapist. I was really excited. I wanted to help people get back on their feet. My parents weren't thrilled about this, mostly because of the cost, and I think they thought I was a little flim-flammy, so they didn't want me to go, spending money on something I might not like soon. Anyways, so that dream was gone too. So here I am now, slightly older, first year of college. At this point, I am just wandering, taking classes, no idea what I want to do, freaking out. In the middle of this year, I realize I'm bored to death and hate not being active. So I decide to switch schools and go play soccer at San Bernardino Valley College. So I really, really enjoy this year. I'm surrounded by tons of characters, crazy girls that I love so much. And I learn how to work really hard here for my position on the team. And after this season is over, my coach makes some phone calls and connects us with several universities around the United States. Keeping in mind, I still have no idea what I want to do, so I'm visiting universities and trying out for different soccer teams. I finally get an offer from a school in West Virginia, Ohio Valley University, full ride to play soccer. So admittedly, I'm still clueless. I look at the degrees offered at the university and realize I still have no driving passion for anything that I see on the list. At this point, my parents encourage me and tell me that I should do teaching, saying that I'm really good at it and should give it a shot. So, I do, but still really just doing everything because I love soccer and learning. So during all this time, I'm totally distracted and unfocused. I'm way more focused on my relationship with my boyfriend, the highs, the lows, what in the world is going on, living in California, Skyping. Anyways, so third year, I'm done. Finished all my classes, and now it's time to graduate. Yay! So, I, fly back from West Virginia to California to plan my wedding. We plan the wedding for the fall, and we get married in the Mitten building, and I remember it being honestly one of the happiest days of my life. And yeah, it was just beautiful, so I'll always remember it. After we marry, we moved to Marietta to live closer to where my husband works, and I spent a few months at this point being a stay-at-home wife, which I stink at. At least I definitely did at the time. Again, I was just bored out of my mind. I start applying for jobs, but in California you have to have the CLAD, and I did not. So I could only apply for private schools. I applied to a school and hear back from one of the first jobs that I applied for. Definitely a God thing. I interview and I think it goes well. I get a phone call from the principal telling me, nope. And then, yes, let me explain. The first position was filled, but they wanted to offer me a different one, fourth grade writing teacher. Of course, I say okay. I love this job, but it's also crazy overwhelming and a ton of work. At my first job here, I got to know three people really, really well, two good friends, one beautiful, wonderful mentor, and it was really hard to say goodbye. I honestly cried when I left. During my teaching at the private school, I took online classes to get my CLAD certificate. Knowing that my husband and I were trying to move closer to family because of my health and his health, I applied for a sixth grade teaching position. I heard back quickly, giving me interview times, definitely another God thing. And my interview went really well. I enjoyed it. It was a panel, and there were lots of fun questions to answer. Um, and yeah, I got a call soon after saying that they wanted to offer me a teaching position, a 2-3 combo class. Of course, I said yes. So that brings me to where I am. It's my third year teaching, and how do I feel about teaching? Well, let me sum it up for you the best way that I can. I feel about teaching like I do about eating one of my favorite fruits, the mango. Sometimes the mango is so sweet and juicy and delicious that literally stuff my face in it. And other times I take a bite and think, oh my goodness, do I even like this fruit? I know this may not be the most awe-inspiring video, but it's my honest reflection on my life leading up to teaching. I still don't have some crazy passion for anything in specific, but I love my students and care deeply for them.